What's going on, everybody? I'm doing an update video of our Slades ride. I was just taking this thing out to test it. That was the very first ride on the trails. I did test drive it when I bought it. I did buy it used, but I drove 3.5 hours to go pick it up. And in the mix of all that, I drove it around for a little bit, but it ain't like taking it out on the trail and really putting it through the ringer. But I'll show you what we did here. On some straps, you got little holes on it and where your hooks are. I'm trying to hold light and do this so we can see right there, but you can see where this one end up splitting, but still work. Ratchet strap, and it's connected to the wheel there. Well, what we end up breaking, I'll turn this light off. What ended up breaking was this end on the wheel. It's got a bend to it going to the left there. It's 5/8. Made it worse as I had extras in the glove box, but they're 1/2 inch. So we took the arm completely off, and due to that, the previous owner that put that one in, they cross-threaded it really bad, ate the threads up. So even if we had another one, it probably wouldn't have worked too well. But I took the 1/2 inch. Me and my buddy put the 1/2 inch on, slid the tie rod in, used the strap to hold it in so I have something to help it guide its way as we're moving it, even though repeatedly we had to stop and fix it because it would pop out. You turn right, it pushes against it, it stayed in with no problem. You turn to your right, left side, it'll pull it out. I'm not gonna go into much about the detail of this setup on here. I'll do another video if y'all like. Let me know in the comments if you're interested. It does have a lot of mods done to it, and everything from different rear ends to just performance stuff, not counting the lift. I did contact the company. There's a name right there if you got K&M interested in the, so far it seems like a good lift. They're expensive. This 4-inch lift on their site's almost $4,000 without taxes, but I contacted them with hopes that they can manufacture 2 new tie rod ends. I'm going to take these off, try to fix that one, take the right side off. I want to use them as backups, so if this ever happens again, I can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, take the 2 bolts out, slap a new one, slap the old one in, and I can keep riding, and I won't be stranded out on the trail for 4.5 hours like I did last time. And it really sucked. There ain't no getting around to it. But other than that, I'm waiting on them. For $250 they're sending me ready to bolt in, already painted to the same color and everything, mailed to my house. It is what it is on the price, but it's kind of much it would take to make them myself, the time and the cost. I just rather just order them and just slap them in. When I get it done, I will take this out and test ride it again, but I already knew something would probably give on it on this wheel, because from day one I knew it had play. Something like this on this wheel, that wheel was tight, but I couldn't really pinpoint what it was, and it's still a possibility that the gearbox might have a small issue to it, but I'm not sure until I get the new parts put in. But I'm thinking that this was where the play was coming from, is having these on both ends on this side, and there was some wear to them. I'm not experiencing too much of having these on my rigs, but time will tell as soon as I get the parts. And I will do an update on how bad. You can see where, hopefully you can see, and get a light again. You can see where we had to eat it up really bad with the pipe wrench and stuff, trying to get the ends off. I mean, we literally took a pair of big pliers, took my buddy side by side, stuck the pliers under the tire to put the weight on it for it wouldn't slip, and took a pipe wrench. And I think it took about 30 minutes to start getting it to break loose. It looked like they used Loctite on it. I don't know why they would use such a, probably the red Loctite, but I don't know why they would use something like that to that extent, especially if you need to repair. But this is just a little look around of it. While I'm making this video, I do want to do a little bit of an update on the channel and stuff. My last video, obviously you can hear me very well on here talking. On my last video, I had both GoPros. My other GoPro is fully cased in. It's not new like this. It don't have all the technology stuff on it. But when the case is completely closed, you can't hear me talk. It's just muffled, and it really sucks. It sounds like I'm talking from a far distance. And the one part that did come in clear is because I remembered to take the case off and the back of the case off the top. But I am working on getting a better editing software. Right now I'm just using what comes on my computer. It obviously isn't the best by far compared to what other videos are out there, but I'm just using what I got to get started, and hopefully I can start making some better quality videos and the crap that I think that I make anyways. But there's a lot of people contacting me. They're wanting to know my opinion on what do I like riding at this ATV park better, what do I think about this one versus that. You know, it's all about y'all's reference of what y'all like. Me, I like just riding. I like going in the mud. I like trail riding when I actually fit, because I lost some paint on the doors on my last ride because I ain't gonna say no names on here, but a buddy of mine wanted to go down a trail. I didn't want to, and that's the one where I ended up breaking at. But I had to bounce off quite a few trees, and everybody usually does coming down there, especially with these bigger machines. But you know, everybody has their own preference. You know, we ride in a group. It's not a very big group, but we got really good people in the group. And you know, one of our mottos is we don't leave nobody behind. And for a buddy of mine to sit there and hang with me for basically all day after only getting a ride for an hour and a half before I broke, I mean, you can't ask for better people to ride with. But if y'all are interested and you're not in the riding group looking for new places or people to ride with, I want to put at the end of this video the name of our riding group. We do have certain rules that we go by, and some are strict, some we're lenient on. There ain't many of them. You know, once you get in, you'll read them, understand where I'm coming from. I ain't gonna go down the list and get in detail in here, but we look for good people to ride. You know, one of our biggest things is nobody gets left behind. When one person breaks down, we all break down. So, you know, that's something, if, you know, you kind of fit that memo or whatever, you know, that's something to consider, because it seems like that's a hard thing to come by a lot of these times. We ride West Virginia. We ride Raleigh events that we've been starting to get into. We ride North Carolina. I personally live in Virginia, but we got guys in our group in North Carolina, Virginia. We're spread out everywhere, but we will do some traveling to do some riding. But yeah, you know, if I got a video coming out this weekend. I told y'all on my very first video I'd be doing some fishing. I do a little bit of everything, and of course my garage is a cluster in here, so excuse us, I cram a lot of projects in a 40-foot garage, and I need a bigger garage. But anyways, I'm going out with some family, taking some family out on my boat. We're going to do some fishing Saturday, and hopefully I'll have everything uploaded and uploaded on YouTube for that fishing trip. You know, hopefully we catch some fish. But yeah, you know, like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. You know, that's my goal right now. I know I'm just going on like month 2. I'm getting mad reviews compared to my subscribers. But if there's more that you like to see of riding like trail riding versus mudding or whatever, let me know in the video, in the comments, and I try to get it, make some content of it. I'm flexible on everything I do on riding wise, and we're always looking for new places to ride. So if y'all got any good ideas of places around North Carolina or Virginia that's not Slades or anything like that, let me know. But for the most part, I'll do a review after I get this thing fixed, and I'll do a repair video on the damage close up on it and see how much I actually damaged on the front end, and we'll keep it rolling. But y'all be safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next video.